Your engine won't die overnight. It dies in silence. It's not high speed or heavy load that ends it early. It's the small, everyday mistakes that grind it down from the inside. And when it finally fails, you're looking at a $2,000 rebuild or more. These hidden habits might already be shaving years off your motorcycle's life. Learn them now, or pay the price later. Number 1. Riding the clutch in stop-and-go traffic. Feathering the clutch to crawl in traffic seems like control, but it's actually grinding away your plates and contaminating your oil. Most motorcycles use a wet clutch, meaning the same oil lubricates both your engine and clutch pack. When you ride the clutch constantly, the friction heats up the plates, glazing the surfaces and cooking the oil. Over time, your clutch starts slipping and your oil loses its protective quality. You'll notice the signs: harder gear shifts, a burnt smell, and trouble finding neutral. To fix it, stop feathering. Use your rear brake and throttle to manage slow speeds. Let the clutch fully engage or fully release. Your transmission and oil will last much longer. 2. Forgetting to adjust or replace the air filter. Your engine breathes through the air filter, but once it clogs, it has to suck harder, pulling in more fuel and working against resistance. This creates a rich mixture that fouls spark plugs, gums up valves, and robs power. Dirty air filters also increase crankcase pressure, especially on bikes with breather systems tied into the intake. This pressure forces oil vapor into your throttle body, creating sludge that suffocates idle air valves and sensors. Riders who ignore their air filters often find blackened throttle bodies and sticky carbon buildup that shortens engine life. On dusty roads or rainy days, filters clog even faster. Don't wait for loss of power. Check it monthly. Clean or replace it every 3,000 to 6,000 miles, or sooner if you ride hard or in harsh conditions. A dirty air filter can reduce engine lifespan and efficiency by up to 10 to 15%, according to dyno tests. Don't let your engine choke. 3. Lugging the engine in high gear at low speed. You're rolling in 5th gear at 25 miles per hour, twisting the throttle, and your engine sounds like it's struggling. That's called lugging, riding at too low an RPM for your gear. It might feel fuel efficient, but lugging stresses your crankshaft, piston rods, and transmission under unnatural strain. It also creates low-frequency vibration, which over time loosens engine mounts and bolts. If your engine grumbles or feels rough under throttle, it's telling you it's unhappy. The solution? Downshift. Keep the engine in its natural power band, typically 4,000 to 6,000 RPM for most street bikes. That's where efficiency and engine health live. Check out the description if you want to grab the secret tools I personally use on my motorcycles. 4. Skipping oil changes or running past intervals. Oil doesn't just lubricate. It cools, cleans, and protects your engine from itself. Run it too long, and it becomes abrasive. Old oil thickens, builds acid, and carries carbon and metallic shavings that grind through your internals. You might not see damage immediately, but it's building under the surface. Hydraulic lifters collapse, cam lobes pit, and rings wear unevenly. The worst part? Oil that's broken down can't cushion heat. That means your engine runs hotter, shortening gasket life and inviting early head warp. Even if it looks clean, oil loses viscosity and film strength over time. Riders who go by feel often end up with pitted camshafts, burnt piston rings, and clogged oil filters. And don't think synthetic oil means forever. Stick to the service interval. For most bikes, that's every 3,000 to 5,000 miles or 6 months. Always change your filter with the oil. Skipping either is like brushing your teeth, but never flossing. Number 5. Constant short trips without heat cycling. Starting your bike for a 2-minute store run might feel harmless, but it's one of the fastest ways to corrode your engine from the inside out. When the engine doesn't reach full operating temperature, moisture and raw fuel never burn off. This leftover condensation forms acid and sludge in your oil. That leads to internal rust, clogged oil passages, and early bearing wear. Mechanics have opened up engines with under 10,000 miles, completely gummed up, because the owner only rode short, cold trips. The fix? Ride at least 20 to 30 minutes once or twice a week. Let that oil reach temperature and clean your engine the way it was designed to. Already surprised by what's killing your engine? We've only hit the halfway mark. Tap subscribe now so you don't miss the next 5 habits, each one more damaging than the last. Shorten 6. Letting old fuel sit in the tank or injectors. Leaving fuel in your bike for weeks or months can quietly destroy everything from your injectors to your combustion chamber. Ethanol in modern fuel absorbs moisture, leading to phase separation, internal rust, and sticky residue that gums up your throttle body or jets. And it's not just older bikes. Modern fuel-injected engines are even more sensitive due to tighter tolerances and high-pressure injectors. In just 4 to 6 weeks, that fuel starts breaking down, leaving gum-like varnish in fuel rails and pump filters. Once clogged, fuel delivery becomes erratic, leading to misfires or lean running, which overheats valves and pistons. If your bike takes more than a few seconds to start, bogs under throttle, or smells off, it's probably fuel decay. Injectors clog, valves stick. Your bike struggles and your engine wears faster trying to compensate. Use a stabilizer if parking more than 2 weeks. If it's sitting for a season, drain the fuel completely or top up with ethanol-free gas. A $10 stabilizer now can save you a $500 injector cleaning later, or a full fuel system teardown. 7. Ignoring rev matching on downshifts. Slamming into a lower gear without blipping the throttle may sound cool, but it's violent on your internals. When you downshift without matching revs, your engine suddenly spikes in RPM to catch up with wheel speed. This mechanical shock loads your clutch, piston rings, valve train, and even your timing chain. Repeat it enough, and you'll notice slipping, rattling, or worse, complete drivetrain wear out. Rev matching isn't just for racers. Even casual riders benefit. A simple throttle blip before releasing the clutch makes the downshift smoother and keeps components happy. Want your gearbox and engine to last? Match the revs, every time. 8. Using the wrong octane fuel. If your bike calls for 91 plus octane and you fill it with 87, thinking it's cheaper, you're literally making it knock itself to death. Low octane fuel combusts faster and harder, causing pre-ignition and detonation. Detonation is when fuel explodes instead of burns. The shockwave hammers your pistons, overheats valves, and puts your connecting rods under violent stress. Over time, it leads to cracked ringlands, eroded plug tips, and pinging so subtle you won't hear it. But your engine feels every hit. You won't always hear it. But over time, the engine wears down from the inside. On the flip side, don't use higher octane than needed. It doesn't improve performance, just costs more. Know your bike's octane rating and stick to it. A tank of cheap gas isn't worth a blown head gasket or a detonation-rattled piston crown. 9. Revving a cold engine right after startup. Twisting the throttle after a cold start might sound good, but it's torture for internal components. Cold oil is thick, sitting at the bottom of your crankcase, and hasn't yet reached critical parts like your camshaft and piston skirts. Revving before circulation builds causes metal-to-metal contact. In fact, studies show that up to 90% of engine wear happens in the first 60 seconds of cold operation, especially if revved. Even occasional throttle blips while warming up can scuff cylinder walls and damage bearings over time. The smart move? Start the engine, let it idle for 30 to 60 seconds, then ride gently until fully warmed. The roar can wait. 10. Running the bike in neutral to warm it up. Letting the engine idle in neutral while you get ready isn't warming anything. It's just creating uneven heat and poor circulation. Your bike warms up faster and healthier under light load, not by sitting still. Long idle times also cause fuel pooling in cold intake manifolds, especially in carbureted bikes, which washes cylinder walls and dilutes oil. This silent damage increases bore wear and ring degradation. When you idle too long, the oil heats slower, the plugs foul faster, and combustion becomes less efficient. The result? Hot spots, incomplete fuel burn, and faster carbon accumulation. Manufacturers design engines to warm during riding, That's when oil pressure and flow match real-world needs. Start the bike, idle 30 to 60 seconds max, then ride gently for the first few minutes. The idea isn't to blast off, it's to circulate evenly. Warm it by moving, not idling. Bonus habit: overfilling the oil just to be safe. Some riders top off the oil past the max line, thinking it adds protection. It doesn't. It actually creates foam, which reduces lubrication and puts pressure on crank seals. Foamed oil can't coat properly, and it traps air in bearings. That air becomes heat, and heat becomes wear. It can also back up into your breather system, soaking the airbox or causing misfire codes on EFE bikes. If your sight glass says full, leave it. If you can't see clearly, check with a cold bike on level ground. Overfilling is just as risky as running dry, and the damage looks identical once the engine fails. One crucial reminder: before you ride again, engine life depends on temperature, lubrication, and timing. Treat your bike like a high-performance machine, not a lawnmower. What you do in the first 5 minutes, or the last 1,000 miles, can decide whether it lives to 30,000 or dies before 10.